Well, hello again, everybody. This is Jim Valeri, licensed mental health counselor. Thanks for joining me today. Today, I'm going to be diving into the topic of men at work, self-improvement for men. Now, if you are a guy, which I am, sometimes guys don't want to go to couples counseling or coaching. And why the heck is that? All right, you ever notice that? Ladies out there, you can throw me a comment, what have you. All right, put it up there. But have more often than not, in being a couples therapist, what I will find is that women will say, "Oh, it took me a really hard time to get him in this office. I had to drag him in here, right? Like, what's going on?" I mean, and again, that's not in every case. This is sort of some situations. But I found this is kind of a common theme in some areas. I've checked out some Facebook groups. I've worked with some people, and I found that there's this situation where men don't really want to go to couples counseling, and they don't want to get some help. I'm kind of wondering, what the heck? What's going on here? Why is this? And so I'm just going to throw out there some theories about why this is. I'm just going to hit you up with that. If you think I'm wrong or you think I'm right or whatever, you want to throw some comments out there, please feel free to do so. That would be fantastic. So why is this? I think a lot of men feel as though they can do it alone. All right. And I have a story about this. I had a friend who was a master electrician, and he taught me how to do a lot of electrical stuff. He's like, "Hey man, you go and do this, do that, whatever, do these things to try to keep it up to code." In our old house, we were trying to get out, we were trying to move, and he was kind of helping me out with that. And there were some parts of that where I was like, "Dude, this is like a really frustrating situation. Like, setting up the outlets or whatever was really frustrating." And so I was kind of like, "Man, this sucks. This is hard." So I finally said, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call another guy," because my buddy was too busy. And I had a friend who was like, "Hey, I've got this electrician. He's he's really good. He's an old guy, but and he's pretty reasonable." I'm like, "All right, cool, no worries." So I call him up. I'm like, "Hey man, can you come by the house?" "Yeah, sure, no problem." He shows up, and things that would take me all day, he's like, bam, 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 done. All right, completely done. He fixed like all the little problems that I had, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty impressive." And he'd double check my work, make sure everything was up to code, rock solid, and it was pretty awesome. And it was like the best. It was the best money I'd ever spent. It was the best money I'd ever spent because it was somebody who knew what the heck they were doing. Okay, so sometimes, ultimately, we have a good idea, and we think it might be good for us to sort of do it alone. But the problem is that sometimes we don't have the tools, we don't have the know-how. That guy had decades of experience to try and fix all my problems. He had decades of experience to go and fix outlets, lights, fans, you name it. He fixed all of it. Okay. And now, if you have a good idea about how to fix yourself, but you don't know how to do it, how do you do that? Okay. How do you fix yourself? How do you improve? Okay. And so sometimes you might have a really good idea, or sometimes there are people out there who are like, "Hey man, this has got to be my idea. It can't be somebody else's idea to fix. It can't be my wife's idea to fix the problem. It's got to be my idea to fix it." And it's kind of like, well, okay, but if they're experiencing the pain and you're experiencing the pain, why not make that improvement? Why not try to improve yourself? Okay. So there's an old Albert Einstein quote, or at least it's attributed to him. And the quote is "Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results." And I want to challenge you today to kind of think in terms of what kind of things are you doing over and over again, expecting the same results? If you really think about it, if you really, really think about it, most of the time we go through life and we make decisions based on good intentions. We make the decisions based on the best intel we have. And the problem we run into with this is that we're not getting anywhere, even though we've got those best intentions. We need different tools. We need different skills. So enter me into the picture. All right. I got my website, Dynamic Marriage Solutions, and you can talk to me. If you want to set up a time to talk to me, shoot me a DM, throw a comment in there, what have you. Go visit the website. I've got some stuff in there. And I'm here live every day. All right. I'm going to be doing this series all week. All right. Every weekday, I'm going to throw in some stuff about how you can fix and improve yourself. But ultimately, I want to challenge and encourage you that sometimes we have to make changes, and sometimes we have to ask for help. Sometimes we have to go and find somebody, a professional, who knows what the heck they're doing. "Hi, how you doing? Been doing this 20 years, been married 20 years too, to the same person." All right, I have to clarify that, because sometimes we're like, "Oh, you've been married 20 years, you've been bouncing around between 5 different people." No, same person. And she's pretty awesome, I got to tell you. Like, she's the only person for me, I got to tell you, she's amazing. 90% of what I want, 10% of what I don't. I'm probably like 80-20 for her. But anyway, she's phenomenal and fantastic. Anyways, So, I want to challenge you to think in terms of what you can do. Tomorrow, I'm going to be going into how do we work on that self-improvement training. If you look at the military, you look at sports, more often than not, guys need somebody to help them train. Okay. Some people need to help them train. All right. If you don't know what you're doing, if you want to go play sports, if I want to go play football tomorrow, and I'm like, yeah, all right, let's go play a game. And I didn't have any training, I get wrecked. I get wrecked anyway because I'm a small dude. Okay. I'm like 5'11" and 175 pounds. I get wrecked anyway. But the fact is that like you need training to make sure you don't get wrecked. Anyways, that's about all I got for today, folks. I'm gonna cut them a little short these days because I had a friend tell me, "Hey, you're too long-winded." I'm like, "All right, let's try it short." Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Take care of yourselves. I will see you tomorrow at 7:15 a.m. Have a fantastic day.